Don't skip, stop. Take a breath. Look at your life for a second. How many times have you waited? Waited for motivation, waited for the perfect time, waited until you felt ready, and every time you waited, the day slipped away. Here's a truth most people don't want to hear. You will never feel ready. Motivation is a mirage. It fades the moment reality appears. The Stoics understood this thousands of years ago. They didn't wait for emotion to lead them. They acted first, because only through action does clarity arrive. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "Waste no more time arguing about what a good man should be. Be one." That's your challenge today. To force yourself, not with anger, but with discipline. To rise, move, and build, even when your mind screams, "Not today." Every single morning, your comfort zone will whisper, "Stay here." But every time you act, despite that whisper, you reclaim control over your mind. That's what Stoicism is. Self-mastery in motion. Imagine where you could be 30 days from now. If every single day you took just one deliberate action, no waiting, no excuses, no hesitation, you'd see progress. You'd feel stronger. You'd become unstoppable. So stop overthinking. Don't wait for permission. Don't wait for the mood. Create the momentum by taking action today. That's how discipline is built. That's how a Stoic lives. And before we dive in, I want you to do one simple thing. If this message already hit you, even just a little, hit the like button, share this video with someone who needs to hear it, and comment below one action you're going to take today, not tomorrow. And if you're serious about mastering discipline and Stoic thinking, subscribe. Because every week, we go deeper into lessons that sharpen your mind and strengthen your will. Now let's begin and explore 10 powerful Stoic principles that will help you force yourself to take action every single day. Number 1. Take action. Every day, stop waiting. Stop convincing yourself that tomorrow is your day. Tomorrow is a lie your fear tells you to keep you safe. And how many tomorrows have you already wasted? Every unfinished goal, every dream gathering dust began with a promise. I'll do it later. That later has a habit of stretching into years of wasted potential. We all know the feeling. You set goals, make plans, even feel inspired. You tell yourself, "I'll start my workout tomorrow. I'll launch my idea next week. I'll write that book someday." But when the moment comes, you hesitate. You wait for motivation, for clarity, for permission from the universe, anything but discomfort. Meanwhile, life moves on. Opportunities pass. Your confidence shrinks. You remain stuck in intention, never action. Millions of people want to be rich. Thousands want to be fit. Yet how many actually wake up at 5 a.m. and act? How many hit the gym, grind at work, or write that first page? The truth is brutal. Intention alone changes nothing. Good intentions don't build empires. They only make you feel noble for a fleeting moment while life passes by. If you wait to feel ready, you'll never start. Your comfort zone is a cage, and intentions are just keys you never use. Stoicism teaches us this clearly. Seneca wrote, "It is not because things are difficult that we do not dare. It is because we do not dare that they are difficult." Epictetus reinforced this. First say to yourself what you would be, and then do what you have to do. Action comes first. Thinking, planning, and preparation are meaningless without execution. Virtue exists in movement, not contemplation. Consider history, Julius Caesar at the Rubicon. One step across the river triggered a war, forged an empire, and changed the course of history. If he had hesitated, he would have been forgotten. Thomas Edison faced 1,000 failures before inventing the light bulb. He didn't wait for inspiration. He acted relentlessly. Steve Jobs faced rejection from his own company. Yet he returned and revolutionized technology through relentless action, not just vision. When you act before you feel ready, momentum builds. Confidence rises. Clarity emerges. You stop being a dreamer trapped in your head. You become a doer shaping reality. Action transforms fear into courage, hesitation into mastery, and ordinary days into an extraordinary life. Here's how to practice. Action over intention today. Decide and move. Stop planning endlessly. Commit to one small step immediately. Shrink the task. Make it small enough that starting feels effortless. Use the 3-second rule. Count 3, 2, 1, go. Momentum loves speed. Detach from perfection. Done is better than perfect. Reflect on actions, not plans. Ask every night, did I do or did I intend? Every moment you hesitate, you waste time you'll never get back. Every day you wait, your dreams slip further away. The world doesn't pause for your comfort. Your goals don't wait for your readiness. Stop waiting for motivation. Stop hiding behind intentions. Action is the spark that ignites change. Do it now. Fail. Adjust, repeat. Grow. Today, not tomorrow. Be the person who acts, not the one who waits. But action without courage is impossible. So, let's talk about the one thing that stops most people. Number 2, face the fear and walk through it. Fear is a liar. It whispers doubts in your ear, magnifies every risk, and convinces you that standing still is safer than moving forward. Yet every great life is forged not in comfort, but in confrontation with fear. The moment you freeze is the moment you let life pass you by. We all know the feeling, hesitation before a big decision, the knot in your stomach before taking a risk, the quiet voice in your mind urging you to retreat. Whether it's speaking up, starting a business, leaving a toxic relationship, or pursuing a dream, fear is always there, lurking in the shadows. And yet, fear is not your enemy. It is a signal, a guidepost pointing exactly where growth is waiting. Here's the harsh truth. Avoidance never eliminates fear. The more you run, the larger it grows. Every postponed action, every retreat into comfort, strengthens the walls of your cage. Fear is a test, not a verdict. The people who achieve greatness do not lack fear. They simply act despite it. Stoicism teaches us this clearly. Seneca wrote, "We suffer more often in imagination than in reality." Your mind inflates every challenge, every unknown, until it feels insurmountable. Yet in reality, the obstacle is always smaller than your anticipation. Marcus Aurelius reminds us, if it is not right, do not do it. If it is not true, do not say it. But act with courage in what must be done. Courage is not the absence of fear. It is action in its presence. It is moving forward while your body and mind scream to stop. Epictetus put it plainly, no man is free who is not master of himself. Mastery begins when you refuse to be ruled by fear. Consider history. Abraham Lincoln faced repeated failures, political attacks, and personal tragedy. Yet he confronted the fear of inadequacy and loss repeatedly, ultimately leading a nation through its darkest hour. Rosa Parks faced the fear of imprisonment and violence, but she acted anyway. An ordinary woman whose courage sparked a movement. Walking through fear transforms you. It builds resilience, it teaches patience, it strengthens character. When you face the fear, you realize that most of what you feared was imagined, and the real growth was waiting just beyond that wall. Here's how to face fear. Stoic style. Acknowledge it. Name your fear clearly. Writing it down exposes its illusion. Take small steps. Confront fear incrementally, building confidence as you go. Act before certainty. Don't wait to feel brave. Bravery is forged in motion. Reflect on past triumphs. Remind yourself of every fear you already overcame. Embrace discomfort as a teacher. Fear is a guide pointing to where growth lies. Every step forward diminishes fear's power. Every moment spent avoiding it magnifies regret. Fear will always exist, but your choice is whether it controls you or you master it. Face the fear. Walk through it, one step at a time, one courageous action at a time. Fear is inevitable. Growth is optional. Choose growth. Act anyway. Today. Yet even when we know we must act, something holds us back. The silent killer of dreams. Number 3. Destroy the habit of delay. Procrastination is a silent thief. It creeps into your days, your hours, your mind, stealing potential and leaving behind only regret. Every goal, every dream, every promise you've made to yourself diminishes when you delay. Waiting for the perfect time is the easiest trap, yet the deadliest. The truth is harsh. The perfect time will never come. We all know the feeling, staring at a task, convincing yourself that you'll start tomorrow, next week, or when conditions are right. You feel motivated, inspired even, but the action never comes. You scroll, distract yourself, busy yourself with anything but the work that matters. And slowly, the days disappear, replaced by excuses and regret. Here's the brutal reality. Delay kills dreams. It doesn't matter how brilliant your idea is, how noble your intention, or how strong your desire. Without action, nothing changes. Delay is the comfort zone masquerading as patience. It whispers lies. You need more time, more preparation, more certainty. But the only certainty in life is that time is passing. Right now. Stoic philosophy confronts this head-on. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "Do not act as if you were going to live 10,000 years. Death hangs over you. While you live, while it is in your power, be good." Procrastination is a denial of the present moment. Life doesn't wait for preparation, it only rewards action. Seneca adds, "While we wait for life, life passes." Every moment delayed is a moment lost forever. Consider history. Leonardo da Vinci didn't wait for perfect knowledge before painting the Mona Lisa. He experimented, sketched, corrected, and acted. Winston Churchill didn't wait for consensus to defend his country. He acted decisively during Britain's darkest hour. Every legend, every pioneer destroyed delay by acting, imperfection and all. Breaking the habit of delay transforms life. It turns intention into achievement, ideas into reality, fear into momentum. Each small action builds a muscle of discipline that strengthens over time. Momentum grows, confidence rises, and procrastination loses its grip. Here's how to destroy the habit of delay. Start now, however small. A single step, no matter how tiny, breaks the inertia. Use deadlines as allies. Constrain yourself to act, not to think endlessly. Follow the 5-minute rule. Commit to just 5 minutes of work. Often, momentum carries you beyond. Detach from perfection. Delay feeds on the illusion that conditions must be flawless. Reflect nightly on action. Ask, did I act or did I delay? Every day you delay, opportunities slip away. Every postponed task compounds into lost confidence and diminished potential. Life rewards the doer, not the planner. The clock is ticking and every moment wasted is gone forever. Destroy delay. Act decisively. Start imperfectly. Move consistently and embrace discomfort. The world doesn't wait for readiness. It rewards courage. Today, not tomorrow, is the moment to act. But destroying delay requires something deeper, the ability to act regardless of how you feel. That's where discipline enters. Number 4. Discipline over emotion. Emotions are powerful, but they are not your master. Every day, countless decisions are hijacked by fleeting feelings, anger at a colleague, frustration at traffic, anxiety about the future. You feel like you are reacting to the world, but in reality, your emotions are silently steering your life. The harsh truth: without discipline, emotions will dictate your actions, and your life will drift like a ship without a rudder. We've all been there. You wake up determined to be productive, but a bad mood or a wave of self-doubt convinces you to stay in bed. You promise to eat healthily, but stress and cravings overpower your intentions. You aim to save, to create, to improve, but fear and excitement push you into impulsive choices. Life is a battlefield, and your emotions are both ally and enemy. Stoicism teaches that control over emotions is not suppression, but mastery. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events." Realize this, and you will find strength. Discipline is the bridge between intention and reality. It allows you to act consistently, even when emotions swing wildly. True growth, achievement, and resilience are not built in moments of excitement. They are forged in moments of discomfort, doubt, and resistance. Epictetus taught, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." Your response, not your feelings, defines your character. Consider history. Abraham Lincoln faced immense pressure, personal tragedy, and national crisis. Yet his discipline in thought, writing, and leadership created one of the most enduring legacies in history. Admiral James Stockdale, a prisoner of war for over 7 years, survived unimaginable hardship not by succumbing to fear or anger, but by controlling his inner life and acting with reason and discipline every day. Discipline over emotion transforms life. It prevents a bad day from destroying progress, a fleeting craving from derailing goals, a moment of panic from becoming permanent damage. It teaches you to pause, evaluate, and choose action deliberately rather than react impulsively. Here's how to practice discipline over emotion. Pause before reaction. Give yourself a moment to breathe and consider before responding. Anchor in principle, not feeling. Let values and long-term goals guide your decisions, not moods. Routine builds resilience. Habits reinforce discipline even when emotions fluctuate. Track daily actions, not feelings. Ask, did I act rightly, regardless of how I felt? Embrace discomfort. Growth often comes when emotion resists action, yet you persist anyway. Every time you allow emotion to dictate action, you surrender your power. Every impulsive decision builds a life shaped by whim, not wisdom, but each act of discipline, no matter how small, strengthens your character and shapes your destiny. Choose discipline over emotion. Train your mind to act with reason, consistency, and courage. When emotion rages, act anyway. When desire tempts, act with principle. When fear paralyzes, act with courage. And when life inevitably brings pain, discipline teaches you something profound. Number 5. Transform pain into power. Pain is inevitable. Everyone feels it: physical discomfort, emotional heartbreak, failure, rejection, loss. Yet most of us approach it with fear, avoidance, or anger. We try to escape it, numb it, or pretend it doesn't exist. The harsh truth: pain is not the enemy. How you respond to it determines whether it destroys you or fuels your growth. Think about it. You fail a test, lose a job, or face betrayal from someone you trusted. Your instinct screams, "Why me?" This isn't fair. And if you let that instinct dominate, pain becomes a chain. It traps you in self-pity, resentment, and stagnation. Stoicism teaches that suffering is a teacher and adversity is an opportunity. Marcus Aurelius reminded us, the impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way. Pain, properly approached, becomes the catalyst for strength, resilience, and wisdom. It forces introspection, builds character, and sharpens your ability to navigate life's challenges. The Stoic doesn't seek suffering, but when it comes, they don't run, they transform it. Seneca wrote, "Difficulties strengthen the mind as labor does the body. Every challenge is a forge where character is tempered." Consider history. Viktor Frankl, a Holocaust survivor, endured unimaginable suffering in concentration camps. Instead of letting it destroy him, he transformed his pain into purpose, dedicating his life to understanding human resilience and meaning. Helen Keller, blind and deaf from infancy, faced immense physical and emotional obstacles. Yet she converted her limitations into unmatched influence and inspiration worldwide. Even in daily life, small pains, criticism, rejection, failure can become powerful teachers if met with discipline and reflection. Pain exposes weaknesses, but also reveals opportunities to improve, adapt, and overcome. It is the raw material of transformation. Here's how to transform pain into power. Acknowledge it. Don't deny or numb pain. Accept it as part of life. Reflect on the lesson. Ask, what can this teach me? Pain contains insight if you look closely. Act, don't react. Channel your energy into constructive action rather than blame or resentment. Build resilience daily. Strengthen mind and body through consistent habits. Reframe failure. Every setback is feedback, not a verdict. Use it to adjust and improve. Each time you endure pain without surrendering to it, you reclaim control over your life. Each time you convert frustration, fear, or grief into deliberate action, you turn weakness into strength. Pain stops being a curse and becomes your forge, shaping courage, determination, and wisdom. The choice is yours. Let pain define you, or let it refine you. Transform the discomfort, the heartbreak, the setbacks into fuel. Your life will never be free of pain, but it can be defined by how you convert it into power. But even with strength, without clear direction, effort becomes wasted. That's why. Number 6. Direction before effort. Most people hustle endlessly, but wander aimlessly. They wake up early, grind at work, hit the gym, or chase goals. But somehow, progress feels slow and success elusive. Why? Because effort without direction is like rowing a boat without a rudder. You're moving, but you're not going anywhere. Think about it. How often have you worked tirelessly, only to realize later that you were investing energy in the wrong task? How often have you chased goals that weren't truly yours, just because someone told you to, or because it looked impressive? Frustration builds, motivation wanes, and your dreams feel further away than ever. Here's the brutal truth. Hard work alone won't create success. Effort without purpose is wasted energy. Action without clarity is noise. The Stoics understood this centuries ago. Seneca said, "If one does not know to which port one is sailing, no wind is favorable." Direction comes first. Clarity comes first. Without them, no amount of sweat or struggle can bring lasting results. Effort must be intentional, aligned with purpose, and guided by reason. Otherwise, you're just busy, not effective. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "Everything, a horse, a vine, is created for some duty." What is yours? Your life gains meaning when effort aligns with purpose. Consider historical examples. Alexander the Great didn't simply gather armies and march randomly. He studied, planned, and chose a precise path to expand his empire. Every step he took had a purpose, and that direction amplified every ounce of effort. Similarly, Leonardo da Vinci didn't just draw or invent aimlessly. His work was guided by curiosity, observation, and a vision for understanding the world. Even in everyday life, the principle holds true. A student cramming hour without a clear study plan struggle, while another who focuses on the most important topics progresses faster. An entrepreneur working without a strategy may burn out, while one with a roadmap channels energy toward meaningful outcomes. Here's how to practice. Direction before effort. Define your destination. Ask yourself, what exactly am I aiming for? Specificity is power. Prioritize tasks. Focus only on actions that move you closer to your goal. Ignore distractions. Create a plan, not just a checklist. Strategy magnifies energy and minimizes wasted effort. Align effort with values. Work feels easier when it's connected to your purpose. Reflect and adjust. Weekly or daily reflection ensures your actions remain on the right path. Effort alone won't save you. Busyness is not progress. Direction is the compass, and effort is the wind in your sails. When both align, you move swiftly, efficiently, and powerfully toward your objectives. So, before you grind, pause. Before you sweat, decide. Before you act, align. Work hard, yes, but work smart, with purpose and with clarity. Your energy is finite. Spend it wisely. Move with intent. Transform motion into progress. And once you have direction, you need something unshakable to carry you through the storms. Number 7. Unbreakable mindset. Life doesn't care about your comfort. It throws storms, setbacks, and failures at everyone, relentlessly, without warning. Most people break under pressure. They crumble when challenges hit, doubt themselves when plans fail, and surrender when the path gets hard. But some don't. Some rise every time they fall. They have something others lack. An unbreakable mindset. Think about it. How often have you felt overwhelmed by circumstances you couldn't control? How often have you let fear, doubt, or anger dictate your decisions? How often have setbacks made you question your own strength? This is life's ultimate test. Will you bend, break, or become unbreakable? Here's the harsh truth. Life will always test you. Comfort is an illusion. Stability is temporary. The only real power lies in mastering your mind, not controlling your circumstances. The Stoics knew this centuries ago. Epictetus wrote, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." An unbreakable mindset doesn't mean never feeling fear, sadness, or frustration. It means acknowledging these emotions, but not letting them control you. It means responding with reason, resilience, and discipline, even when the world tries to shake you. Marcus Aurelius, facing wars, betrayal, and personal loss, wrote, "The mind adapts and converts to its own purposes, the obstacle to our acting. The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way." Obstacles are not roadblocks, they are opportunities to demonstrate strength. Consider history. Marcus Aurelius himself faced wars, betrayal, and personal loss, yet his mind remained disciplined and focused. Nelson Mandela endured 27 years in prison, yet he emerged not broken, but stronger, guided by vision and purpose. Thomas Edison failed thousands of times before inventing the light bulb. Each failure could have crushed him, but his mindset refused to surrender. Even in everyday life, this principle applies. A student facing repeated failures doesn't quit. They analyze, adjust, and try again. An entrepreneur, rejected multiple times, keeps iterating, learning, and growing. An athlete loses a game but returns to train harder. Strength isn't built in comfort. It is forged in the furnace of adversity. Here's how to cultivate an unbreakable mindset. Control your perception. See obstacles as opportunities, not threats. Reframe problems as challenges to grow. Detach from outcomes. Focus on your effort and principles, not results. What you can control is your response. Build daily resilience. Small, consistent actions. Cold showers, disciplined routines, facing fears. Train mental toughness. Learn from failure. Each setback is data, not defeat. Analyze, adapt, and continue. Anchor in purpose. Know why you endure. A strong why makes any hardship bearable. An unbreakable mindset is not born. It is forged. It grows each time you choose courage over fear, reason over impulse, and action over complaint. It doesn't remove life's storms, but it teaches you to navigate them with mastery. Stop waiting to feel strong. Stop blaming circumstances. Stop giving your power to external events. Discipline your thoughts, fortify your focus, and build resilience until nothing can break you. Strength lies in the mind, but even the strongest mind needs the right environment to thrive. Number 8. Protect your energy and environment. Every day, your mind is under siege. Noise, distractions, toxic people, endless scrolling, and unnecessary drama constantly drain your energy. Most of us give it away freely, reacting to every trigger, absorbing negativity, and allowing chaos to dictate our mood. The result? Frustration, fatigue, and a life lived by others' agendas. Here's the harsh truth. You are the guardian of your mind. No one else will protect your focus, your peace, or your drive. Energy is finite, and once wasted, it cannot be reclaimed. Stoic philosophy teaches that external events are neither good nor bad. It is our perception and response that matters. Marcus Aurelius reminds us, you have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. Your environment, both physical and social, affects your mental state more than you think. A cluttered space breeds a cluttered mind. Negative people drain motivation. Constant exposure to conflict or gossip erodes clarity. Protecting your energy isn't selfish, it's essential. It is the foundation for discipline, focus, and purposeful living. Epictetus taught, keep company with people who are likely to improve you. Your companions either elevate you or drag you down. Historical examples show its importance. Roman generals, philosophers, and leaders surrounded themselves with allies, mentors, and quiet spaces that allowed thought and strategy to flourish. Even today, successful people create boundaries, declining toxic invitations, limiting social media, and controlling their sensory inputs. Here's how to protect your energy and environment. Set boundaries. Say no to energy vampires, negative conversations, and unnecessary obligations. Control inputs. Limit news, social media, and distractions that cloud judgment. Curate your space. Keep your surroundings clean, organized, and inspiring. Choose companions wisely. Surround yourself with those who uplift, challenge, and encourage growth. Prioritize solitude. Regular moments of quiet reflection recharge your mind and strengthen your decision-making. By guarding your energy, you reclaim focus, clarity, and resilience. You stop reacting to chaos and start creating your own life. Stoicism teaches, external events are uncontrollable, but your response is always yours. Protect what matters. Invest in yourself. Your energy is sacred. Your environment shapes your reality. Treat both with care and use one of your most precious resources wisely. Number 9. Rule your time, or it rules you. Time is the one resource you can never recover. Every second that slips away is gone forever. Yet most of us surrender it to distractions, procrastination, and other people's agendas. We scroll endlessly, respond immediately to trivial demands, and allow urgent matters to dictate our lives, while important things quietly fade into the background. Here's the harsh truth. If you don't control your time, it controls you. Stoic philosophy teaches that external events are beyond our power, but our choices are not. Marcus Aurelius wrote, It is not death that a man should fear, but he should fear never beginning to live. To live fully, you must actively manage your hours, not passively let them manage you. Every deliberate choice, what to focus on, what to ignore, where to invest effort, is a step toward mastery over your life. Those who waste time react. Those who rule it create. Seneca warned, "It is not that we have a short time to live, but that we waste a lot of it. Life is long enough, and a sufficiently generous amount has been given to us for the highest achievements if it were all well invested." Every moment is an investment. Choose wisely. Consider Benjamin Franklin, who meticulously planned each hour of his day, or modern leaders who schedule their days to maximize focus, energy, and results. They understood a simple truth. Time is power. Waste it, and you give away your potential. Guard it, and you amplify your impact. Here's how to start ruling your time today. Plan with purpose. Start each day with clear priorities. Know your most important tasks and tackle them first. Eliminate distractions. Identify time-wasting habits, social media, excessive notifications, or idle gossip, and remove them. Set boundaries. Protect your schedule. Learn to say no to obligations that don't align with your goals. Batch your tasks. Group similar tasks together to avoid constant context switching and wasted energy. Reflect daily. At night, ask yourself, did I spend my time wisely, or did it slip away? By mastering your time, you master your life. You transform chaos into clarity, overwhelm into progress, and idle hours into meaningful achievements. Stoicism reminds us, the external world cannot dictate your value, but your choices define it. Rule your time and you reclaim your freedom. The clock never waits. Decide now. Will you act with intention or be acted upon by time itself? And as you master time, remember one final truth about the journey ahead. Number 10. Fail forward. Always. Fear of failure is one of the greatest chains holding us back. We hesitate, overthink, and avoid risks because we dread making mistakes. But Stoicism teaches a powerful truth. Failure is not the enemy. Inaction is. Marcus Aurelius once said, "The impediment to action advances action." What stands in the way becomes the way. Every setback, every mistake, every failure is an opportunity disguised as a challenge. The moment you fall, you learn. The moment you stumble, you adapt. Failure is feedback, not defeat. Epictetus reminds us, it's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters. Your response to failure determines whether it breaks you or builds you. Think of Thomas Edison, who faced 1,000 failed attempts before inventing the light bulb. Did he quit? Number. Each failure brought him closer to mastery. Or consider J.K. Rowling, rejected by multiple publishers before Harry Potter became a global phenomenon. Their secret? They failed forward, always. Seneca wrote, "Difficulties strengthen the mind, as labor does the body." Every failure is a lesson. Every stumble a step toward wisdom. Here's the Stoic approach to failing forward. Embrace discomfort. Mistakes are proof that you're moving, not stagnating. Reflect and learn. After every setback, ask yourself, what can I improve? What lesson hides here? Detach from ego. Failure doesn't define your worth. Your response does. Act again, smarter. Take what you've learned and try again, faster and wiser. See failure as data. Every no provides information. Use it to refine your approach. When you fail forward, fear loses its grip. Hesitation fades. Confidence grows. Each stumble becomes a stepping stone toward resilience, skill, and achievement. You stop fearing failure because you understand its value. Every no and every fall is a guide toward your next yes. So start today. Take the action you've been avoiding. Risk, try, stumble, get up, repeat. The road to success is paved with lessons disguised as failures. The only real failure is never trying. Conclusion. These 10 principles aren't just philosophy. They're your blueprint for an unshakable life. Action over intention, courage over comfort, discipline over emotion, progress over perfection. Every day is a choice. Will you drift or will you act with purpose? The Stoics didn't just think about virtue. They lived it. They faced wars, loss, betrayal, and triumph. And through it all, they chose discipline, action, and resilience. Now it's your turn. Which principle resonated most with you? Comment below and share your biggest takeaway. If this hit home, share this video with someone who needs Stoic strength right now. And if you're serious about building an unbreakable mindset, subscribe and turn on notifications, because every week we dive deeper into ancient wisdom for modern warriors. Remember, the Stoics didn't wait. They didn't hesitate. They acted. Your transformation doesn't start tomorrow. It starts now. Take action, fail forward, build discipline. Your unbreakable life is waiting. Let's begin.